Alright everyone, this is Sir Victoria, and welcome back to Dark Souls Remastered. Now, we're doing something different this time. We're doing a Soul Level 1 playthrough. I've never actually tried to do one of these before. It is something I've never really messed around with. I think I have, here and there, just done like a I play until I die kind of playthrough. But I've never done just straight level 1 run. So I figured I'd give it a go here. Oh, here. There you go. Just verify level 1. I am not allowed to level it up at all, and I'm not going to use the soul duplication glitch to be able to buy whatever I want. So we're just gonna get through this and see how far I can actually make it. This is a concept I've been looking forward to trying. I haven't really watched a whole lot of it, but I have seen clips of people doing these and taking down, you know, big end-game bosses and such. And I want to try my own hand at it. You can see clearly, of course, I picked the Pyromancer as the starting class. I think that's kind of just the general choice for it. Pyromancy doesn't require stats, so it's very reliable for this kind of thing. I may also stick with the hand axe as my main weapon. I'm not 100% on that. It has a very fast swing speed, is why I'm considering it. But I think we'll just see what we get to. It's definitely going to play different than most of my builds that you guys may be used to me playing on the channel. You know how I like doing big, beefy health bar, thick armor, you know, just your whole tanky knight kind of character. And I won't be doing that this time. Alright. I am excited to see how well I can manage here. As anyone who's been on the channel for a while knows, Dark Souls 1 is by far the Souls game that I just know in and out the best. So it'll be fun to test my knowledge and skill here. Doing decent so far. I am going to have to break myself of a habit. I'm probably not going to be able to actually block very much damage with whatever shield I go with. So I'm going to have to get used to either dodging or parrying, which parrying, no problem. I can parry almost every attack in this game that is parryable, reliably. But my first instinct is to try to block, especially after getting into Elden Ring and guard counters. That's just my go-to anymore. So, gonna have to break myself of a habit. And Demon Souls as well, since I'm doing a playthrough of that. I've got a habit to break. But let's just keep going while the dragon comes. That's not the way to go. This way. Come here, you. Need myself a good drink. My throat is parched. Oh, here he comes. Yeah, as long as I remember to parry, I'll be able to handle whatever comes at me. Gotta love those iframes. Yeah. I am gonna try to do a full playthrough. Including DLC. I'm gonna try to get every boss. Some of them are definitely gonna give me more trouble than others, especially since I'm not used to running a glass cannon-y kind of build. But we'll just have to see how I do. How much will this do through your shield? Not too much, but it did break your guard. Okay. Let's go grab that shield. I think that shield's going to be better than this one here. I think the shield I'm probably going to go for is the Grass Crest shield. It is a little basic, but that stamina regen is just going to be nice. If I'm not going to be blocking very much with my shield, I may as well just have one that I can parry with and is going to give me positive effect. I did debate the, what the hell is it called? The Crystal Ring Shield, I think is what it's called.
Well, now,
The one you get from the Moonlight Butterfly. But I don't think I'm going to go with that. Okay, anything I actually want from you? I might as well buy the soapstone there. I'm not getting sorceries. No, that's right. Not getting sorceries, but I do want to buy the Bellowing Dragon Crest ring, because if I'm not mistaken, that will buff my sorceries as well. And the box is just a must-have. I was actually thinking... Oh, you do sell hand axes. Okay. So, I'm going to go ahead and buy some extra hand axes.
Thank you, kind.
Now, the reason I'm doing this, for anyone who doesn't do Soul Level 1 or watch any of this stuff, so the rules of this are very simple. I'm just going to play the game as normal, except there is the caveat that I am not allowed to level up at all. I can level up my gear, but my actual player cannot level. Pretty simple. So that means, of course, that I'm very limited in what weapons and such that I can wield, because my stats don't increase, so I don't get the high strength to wield really big strength weapons. I don't have the high dex to wield fancy bows and stuff like that, or katanas, and so there just ends up being stuff I can't play with. So what I'm going to do, which, as I said, I think I'm going to stick with the hand axe. What I'm going to do is I'm going to be upgrading multiple copies of whatever weapon I stick with, and each one is going to be imbued with a different elemental power. And there will probably be one that's also raw, so I just have really big physical power on one as well. And this is so that I have strong elemental power to use against things. Fire, of course, will be covered by my Pyromancy Flame, but there's always the risk that I run out of spells, casts. There we go. Run out of casts before I kill a boss. And we want to avoid that, of course. So, spells may be used as finishers instead. I may test against a boss, see how much damage it's going to do. If I'm like, oh wow, this is overwhelming, just going to murk this guy. But we'll see. Sorry, I am thirsty. Kind of rambling a bit here. But anyway, the main purpose for this is that there are bosses that have a neutral kind of defense, or even very high defense against fire. And while Pyromancy is very high fire damage and very reliable damage, not everything's going to be as weak to it. And so, the melee weapon. I'm not 100% which armors we're going to go with yet. It may change depending on what exactly I end up doing and such. Rings, I'm also a little iffy on. As I've said, this is not my typical playstyle. I typically go real heavy armor, a big or just reliably strong weapon. That's not to say that the hand axe isn't a strong weapon, but it's definitely not something I typically go for. Although it is very fast, as you've probably already been able to tell. That is a decently quick wind-up on a swing. Oh, didn't think that was going to hit me. I should have... God, I hate that attack. It doesn't matter which Souls game I'm in. That attack blows. Couldn't roll. I'd really just let one hollowed soldier... No, not even soldier. Hollowed warrior take out two of my Estus. I also stated, of course, I have to get back in the groove of the game. Okay. Got him. I was going to throw a fireball at him, but, you know, I really want to save those for the Taurus Demon. Yeah, I'm going to hit the Taurus with the plunge attack, and then we're going to see just how much damage my fireball does to him. If it's a really good amount, which I'm sure it will be at least decent, then we will just proceed as normal, blow him up with the fireballs. If not, we may need to get a little creative. I fell. Minimal damage, though. I was more worried if I legitimately fell off the edge. Yeah, that triple stab would definitely do me in with this character. Alright. You know, a detail I literally just noticed, I don't think I've ever noticed before. There's no music. Like, just while I'm wandering around slaughtering the guys, exploring the area, there's just no music with it? I'm not sure how I never noticed that before. I think I've just gotten so used to, like, Elden Ring, because Elden Ring, you know, everywhere you go, there's music of some kind filling the area. And could you imagine an open world game like that with no area music? That'd be insane. Okay. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to separate these two well enough. Alright. We've almost got a straight shot at the boss. Just a handful more enemies I'm going to take on right now. Do I feel confident enough to take on Havel right now? Yes, but I'm going to play it more cautious. I also don't feel like spending forever doing the parries on him. Alright, come on, dude. This guy... I don't think he'd one-tap me, but he'd definitely get close to it. I don't know why I'm backing up. I'm just giving him room for a charge. Here, we got a little more room to fight up here, bud. Come on. Yeah, I don't know why I'm running. Mistimed a parry. That's okay. Yeah, I thought he was going for the longer wind up there. Yeah, that one. That's what I thought he was doing when I messed up that parry. Good old Dark Souls 1 parrying. Why do you always drop me that when I can't use it? Every time I can't or just don't plan to use that sword, he drops it. Get out of my head, Dark Souls. Just kidding. Dark Souls is always going to be in my head. That's why I'm able to do a Soul 1 run. Okay, let's take care of the little Titanite lizard. What the? Why? There. Just couldn't hit the bastard. I don't know if we're actually going to make any use of the Twinkling Titanite in this playthrough. The chunks I'm definitely going to use, but I'm not sure about Twinkling. Also, I want to clarify, since I'm going to be making different versions of the same weapon, that is of course going to require some farming of Titanite. I'm going to handle any of that off camera. I don't want to make y'all sit there while I farm for hours, because some of those chunks are going to take a ridiculously long amount of time. I'm going to have to look up where to find some of them, because I don't even remember. Okay, I think it's this brick. Yeah. I hate when his health bar does that slightly yellow thing at the beginning. It confuses me every time. That was not favorable damage. Okay, that was okay. Just need to make sure we hit him with all of them. I already missed one. And we got him. All right. Woo! That wasn't too bad. It's been a long time since I've done that little of damage with a plunge attack, let me tell you. Hey, buddy!
Ah, I am so... Now that you find... No need to... Oh, I have a... The way I see it, in a land... So what... This please... We are amidst the flow of... The very... There's no but use the... To summon one and engage in... Of course, we are not the only... But I am a warrior, if you miss...
Alright. You know, something I always find funny is, like, that the face on the sun is legit. For the longest time before I started playing Dark Souls, I always thought the sun was something people added as, like, a meme on top of it. But no, it's legitimately there, and I love that. Hello, dragon. I want no part of that. Thank you. Thank you for the extra souls, though. Delicious. What is my strength? 12 strength, huh? You know, I could wield the Drake sword. I'd have to buy a bow and arrows to go with it. What's my dex? 9 dex. I don't think I'd be proficient with a bow. Problematic. Let me take a look at that crossbow. I can't remember. Can you actually sight in with crossbows? That's right. I can't two-hand whatever's in my right hand. Hello there. Nope. I cannot. So the crossbow wouldn't work. It'd take way too many shots. Alright. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy a bow. I'll do this in the next episode. I'll do some purchases between, but I'll start off next episode when I'm about to take his tail. So until next time, as always, I hope everyone really enjoyed the show, and that you all have a great day.